find a way to nerf it. But I kind of the way I kind of try to nerf Wolfram. I don't know if you've noticed, is kind of through storytelling. Like, he's nerfed because of what he is and how his powers work.
Yeah.
What I actually was reading about the trope that I'm pulling from for that. It's superpowered evil side.
Superpowered. Oh, like, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like he's really powerful that he can pull out of his pocket, but it's like uncontrollable and scary. So he has to use it in a smart way, and potentially could make a worse problem for everybody. Ooh, cold.
Hey, baby.
If you want, you can reach. Well, I have my yoga mat over it, but what's up?
I should have 3 first level spells and 1 second level spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Other than my moon spells. That's not including my moon spells.
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to double check. I just went through and marked all my cantrips and the levels and stuff on the other spells.
Oh,
so
shit,
I
did I forget to do that?
I put these in, remember, because I have this. So
Oh,
you
that's
asked
right.
me,
Yeah,
and I was
asked
like, I'm
you,
going to
and
go
you
ahead
said
and
you
do
have a
this.
spell book, so.
You have known spells rather than prepared, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, what does that mean? Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Clerics, paladins?
All the divine casters.
Yeah, so anyone who gets their magic from a god, or...
Well, the classes that do that.
Yeah.
So paladins, druids, they prepare from a list, and then
Oh.
wizards just get a billion spells, but they have to prepare them from their book. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
like, that...
Rangers actually break that though.
Yeah.
Rangers have known spells.
Yeah, which is crazy. When I realized that at first, I was like, whoa!
Well,
Yeah.
it's weird that they have known spells because they're kind of contemporaries to druids.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, weren't back in, what was it, like 2E or 3E or something like that, before there was like those joined classes. When you wanted to play a ranger, you played half fighter, half druid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
You were well, they're technically divine casters, so well,
Do you mind taking this in there? I'm sorry.
I
Thank you.
I actually way more. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Um,
If you don't mind, if you want to move that yoga mat, that thing that it's
Thing
sitting on
underneath
top
there
of is
a heater.
okay. I actually like the way Pathfinder does their magic system better. It's like divine, occult, natural, primal, whatever. I'll have to pull it up because it was like brilliant. I was like, why doesn't D&D do this? And I want to rip this off because it's so much better.
Yeah.
It's like technically you're a sorcerer, so you're using arcane magic, but like right now all magic
No,
very
thank you.
much strikes me as being kind of divine magic, even though it's like flavored as divine, even
Yeah.
though yes. Well, yeah, I like that freedom. I like that freedom.
Yes.
Well, like, I like the thought of a sorcerer being a sorcerer not because of their bloodline or innate storage, but like because of a god being like, you know what, you know.
Oh yeah, well, there's divine soul sorcerer.
Yes, I love it.
Oh. If you want to mute us in case Driffin comes in,
Why?
should I tell him about what I figured out the other day?
I don't.
But everybody but him.
Damn.
Sometimes I feel bad because my inspiration is deeply cosmic horror, and I have to actively inspire paranoia and dread, and those are not good emotions to have, you know.
Okay, here it is. Primal, occult, divine, and arcane.
Primal, occult, divine, and arcane.
That's what Pathfinder uses, and honestly, I like that system so much better. And then obviously, like the schools of magic as well.
But like having that base system is really good, I think.
Yeah, and like I think it tells such a better story, and that's the thing is like theoretically, I like the idea of being able to play a paladin that uses arcane magic.
Yeah, like,
So
'Cause-
wrong today.
I've always felt weird about how scrolls work because like you have to be that type of caster to use the scroll. I mean, I guess I get it kinda, but I don't know. It just always felt weird to me.
I feel like it should be broken into those categories, and the way it works is different. Like, Primal is like, this is a rune that evokes the power directly from the earth or that plane of magic. Divine is a religious text in which you commune with that god and draw that power through, religious rites.
Yeah.
Arcane is, and so forth. Or Cult is summoning a demon to do it for you,
Yeah.
I don't have to put my headphones on this time.
Nope.
You're gonna do it out loud.
Yep.
Cool.
Drippin', how you doing? If you were speaking, we can't hear you.
Oh shit, I should pull up my character sheet. And I should get my dice.
I was gonna say, where the hell are my dice?
Oh my god.
Smell good?
Smell it. Smell good. Alright, listen.
Oh.
The classic, last time on D&D. Alright, now roll initiative.
I'm fucking ready. Oh god.
But are we though?
Oops.
Oh, I like those dice.
Thank you. Honestly, they fit Wolfram better than any
Ooh.
character I've ever played.
I
These are
love
my
them.
oldest dice. I think I
Really?
bought these with you back years ago at Tangled Web.
Oh yeah, the black with the red. Yeah.
I like them.
I think that was when I bought the frosted blue that I have.
I think so. See,
shit.
these never fit Lee, and I always use these as my DM dice, but they fit Wolfram weirdly.
See, I got these, and they're just ruby red, and I love them, but I've never had a character that I feel they're appropriate for.
Well, I do have one suggestion. If you ever want to kill us with a red dragon,
There you go.
or a pit fiend,
I am gonna do weird stuff to y'all today, so I think I'm gonna.
oh, I'm aware of the tentacles. Oh god, that reminds me, I have to show you a meme a little later.
I think that one's rolling pretty good too, so we'll probably keep that one. Let's see these again.
Let me get off of my phone
That one.
first.
Hello! Can you hear us?
Sorry. I will send you the messages all fucking chat.
Yes. Is it at all possible for you to turn up your input, though?
Am I close enough?
Yeah, you should be.
Okay.
If you want to just test it, just give me a couple of nonsense words.
Rutabaga.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, there we go.
You're good.
There we go.
You're good. I think we got you.
I'm good.
You're good.
Yes, you should be good.
Yippee.
That comic exactly illustrates exactly how I feel about the Monster, but we won't make that a big thing.
So, last time on D&D, you guys ransacked some poor guy's wizard tower. Found some weird occult shit. Also, you think that for some reason Ursa Major is pissed off in a room by itself.
Oh god.
Who's with you?
Wolfram and Kindle.
That's fantastic. And after some investigation and Wolfram being blind in the dark, we now stand in front of the Dark Wizard Tower.
Hell yes. The Black Tower.
Okay, there we go.
I love Black Tower.
keep having connection issues.
I think you're good now. That sounded like a pretty clear.
Well, the problem isn't on my end, it's me hearing.
Oh no.
Why do I have 3 clear red D6? Did I piece together this set?
Well, no, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of the time they give extra D6 because of other TRPGs.
I mean, also, like,
Like, I'm.
Oh, my man.
that sucks.
Poor guy.
Let me... Hola.
Oh, God.
Hello?
Hi. I did not.
Yeah, I disconnected you because I figured maybe if, like, someone else interacted with your account, it would fix it.
Sometimes that works, yeah.
It could. It could. It threw me for a loop. I was like, what the fuck?
It's working a little bit better now, honestly.
Yeah, it seems to be running pretty well right now.
I've asked a question 2 times, and I'm not sure if lag cut out the answer or not.
What was the question?
Who is with you, Kane?
That is Wolfram and Reyna.
Okay, I knew Reyna, but I was unsure of Wolfram. I thought that was his voice.
Let me try to deepen a little bit. It is me, Wolfram.
Ah, there he is.
My brother.
Do you guys have any rain down there, Kelly?
Any rain?
Griffin?
Well, we're not in character yet. It's fine.
Yeah, any
Any
rain?
rain? It's been raining like off and on for the last 3 fucking weeks.
Same here. That's why I was asking because we were having trouble.
I saw the sunlight once this week, and it caused the most clear image of a rainbow I have ever seen.
Really?
That sounds like a literal godsend.
Clearest rainbow I have ever seen.
Did you get a picture?
I did, but my camera is not that great, so you won't get to appreciate it the way I did, but you can at least see the rainbow.
I would love to see the rainbow.
I'll post it in the gaming hub.
Cool.
I'm gonna face towards you, Kindle, so
So you don't see the screen.
I'm trying my best, man. I can't help it.
I got it pulled up on here.
Well, I know you know that you can trust me not to metagame, because I'm gonna do the dumb thing no matter what, because I have half of the monsters in the monster manual memorized.
Yeah. Speaking of, just a little quick test run. Driffin, can you spout a nonsense Drabble sentence for me so we can make sure your connection is good?
Yibbity yibbity hip hop, doobity ass dooey doo doo da.
Cool.
Dot dot woo dot bam, bop bop baloo bop, wop bam
Bamboo.
boom boom shibby.
Cool, we should be good. All right.
I didn't know they were doing
Okay.
that with Monster Hunter.
So,
I actually speak parts English, but
Me too, but for different reasons.
so we stand here. Adric, fake Adric, is lying on top of Driffin. Why did I struggle so hard there? Lying on top of Driffin as he was yeeted through the door with extreme prejudice. And Mollimer ran out behind it. And let's roll for initiative, everybody.
Ugh.
Ooh. Alrighty. 18. Wolfram is fucking ready. He says, I can see again and I'm ready to kill.
19. I don't want to go first.
You rolled a 19.
Yeah.
You are prepared.
Ah. 2 spell slots left.
You can cantrip.
That's true. I can cantrip the hell out of this monster.
So what you got, Driffin? Oh no,
Oh, buddy.
Did it drop?
I think it did.
Oh no. Let's see which one's gonna be best. I think Sacred Flame is gonna be a good one. And then...
I'm gonna try something.
have my lightning more. You can call him.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you. I caught it.
Nice.
Oh, I think they restarted their
Where's my
whole
hand
thing.
sanitizer?
Gotcha. It wouldn't be D&D without after 2020 without technical difficulties.
For real.
That's cold hand sanitizer.
Oh, let me turn on the heater.
On the side, it's gonna have a power button, and then there's gonna be one down towards the bottom that looks like bacon.
I love bacon.
The little squiggle lines.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Isn't it cool?
How'd you make it purple?
We got it for free.
Is
It changes colors.
Okay.
Yep, it can change colors.
I just assumed it was purple because of Kane.
Yes.
It is.
Beautiful.
Yes, it is. I don't like the hand sanitizer.
Which one?
The cookies and cream Dippin' Dots one my mom got me.
I like it. It's pretty good.
It's just sticky on my hands.
You use too much of it then.
Oh. Gross.
I understand.
Ah.
I've been working with coolant and oil, switching up back and forth, and it's the actual worst.
Oh. I can't imagine. Ugh. And I bet it's not easy to get off either.
It is not.
Ugh.
And I'm autistic, and I
Yeah.
have tactile issues, and it activates everyone.
It's like, oh, you thought you were gonna get away today.
Yeah, by the end of the day, I'm just like fight or flight.
Oh god.
Hola!
Just you and me now, boy.
Yes, you are audible.
Alright.
You're-
Sweet.
You're roboting a little bit.
We'll see how it goes.
That was pretty good.
Yes. Can I get an initiative roll from you?
Ah. Okie doke. Oh, holy shit. This is gonna be a terrible fucking run. I just rolled a nat 20.
Ooh, fun.
Wolfram thought he was ready. But Raina and Griffin were ready.
So what's that bring you to? That's a 22, right?
I think so. I haven't pulled my character sheet up.
Okay.
Are we surprised? I don't
want to
know.
risk it.
No. The check was the biggest thing for the to dodge out of the way of the door exploding outwards.
Right, so the
Yeah.
penalty is prone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that puts.
I think my initiative is a +2, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, your initiative is first, but I am going to tell you, you're going to have a tough time because you're on the ground underneath this thing. As a ranged
Well, I'm
attacker.
underneath Tudrick.
Oh, that's true.
Tudrick. I forgot we named him like 3 different names. Fake Drick.
Fake Drick.
Tudrick.
Alter Drick.
Alter Drick.
That's a good one.
Oh
So
my
how the fuck am I gonna manage this? I've got a guy on top of me, and I don't know if his turn is ever.
You're gonna have to move him. Like, you're gonna have to use some of your movement to get him off of you and get up.
Yeah.
How much movement is that gonna take?
See, standing from prone is typically half your movement.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say, just, he's a pretty big dude. He's unconscious. He's on top of you. When it gets to your turn, we'll.
He's unconscious. That's awesome.
Well,
Is this anything akin to like? He's not grappling him, but he
No.
is on top of him. So would it be like
uh,
an automatic grapple check?
well, what I had in mind was like a contested athletics, or not a contested athletics, but like an athletics with a check.
So basically, so this would be his movement and his action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because this is like a 350-pound, like warrior that's unconscious on top of him.
in armor.
My
Yeah.
whole turn is gonna be taken up by this.
You'll have a
Yeah.
bonus action. You can prepare Hunter's Mark. Sorry.
You can. You can prepare Hunter's Mark. Oh, the rainbow!
So,
Does Hunter's Mark affect melee?
yes, it affects anything that is any physical contact, I
My
think.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you what you can do. You can push this guy off you, stand up, draw your weapon and Hunter's Mark, and then next turn you'll be ready to fuck shit up.
Hell yeah!
So, I am so sorry. This thing screeches again.
Oh, it's faster? Holy fuck. Wolfram thought he was ready.
And it...
What did this thing roll?
23.
Holy shit!
Jesus fuck.
It does some threat assessment and charges at Wolfram. Does a 9 hit.
No, it bounces off of his abs.
Does a...
Specifically the ribs. Or the abs.
Does an 19 hit.
Yes.
Cool. Does
So now
a
we're
14 hit.
Venturing into him.
And 18 plus 9 is, or plus 6 is 24.
That hits.
So 2 hits. So
2 hits.
My God.
Wolfram blocks the blows, which creates openings for the other attacks.
so this thing comes at you swinging, and its tentacles are thrashing at you, and it with its first 2 tentacles, it doesn't manage to hit you. But it does, smack you with its unarmed strike, which will result in 12 damage.
12 damage. What kind of damage we talking?
Jesus
Bludgeoning?
Christ.
Yes.
Wolfram just got hit harder than he expected, and he was also slower than he expected because he thought he was on it, but actually everybody else is ready.
Well, Wolfram is like dead in the middle of the thing. Everybody just rolled really high right this round. Driffin, that is your turn.
Alright, cool. I have to get up.
Yes. So
So,
make an athletics check for me.
Before you can get up, you have to get this guy off of you.
yeah, this is, where's my athletics?
Will it in acrobatics be
Oh.
possible, since it's kind of like a grapple?
Yeah, you can do acrobatics as well if you wish.
If it's better.
Yeah.
I do have a +2 in acrobatics.
Cool.
Yeah, I knew it would happen. 6 total.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna do it.
I figured it wouldn't.
Remember, you can still draw a weapon in Hunter's Mark.
You can. You don't have to be standing to Hunter's Mark, so you can
My
still
scimitar?
set your Hunter's Mark.
I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna draw my scimitar,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this fucker
Cool. Sounds good.
from like. All you see is like him reach out from this gigantic oaf of a fucking man. He reaches his arm out and just screams, "Fuck you!" at this monster.
I'm imagining that like your sleeve peels back as it reveals your demon arm. Or is your demon arm just out?
And it cut out. Huh?
Oh, sorry, I'm right next to the mic. I might be peeking it.
No, I think it's connection.
Okay.
Wolfram was saying they imagine.
Talking.
Hello?
Hello?
Test 1, 2.
Damn it.
Oh, buddy.
All I heard is, damn it.
That's okay. That's his turn. We can go to the next one.
Yeah, we'll work on getting you back if you can hear me. Raina, you're up.
How far is he away from me?
Like
You-
5 feet.
Yeah,
right?
you guys are all within.
Right
like,
there.
Like, Driffin is maybe another 5 feet out, so like 10 feet from the door, because he just got a man yeeted at him.
Okay.
But other than that, y'all are all like within 5 feet of this door.
Cool. I'm gonna Sacred Flame him.
Okay, that's a save, right?
Yes, he has to succeed on a Dexterity saving throw.
Cool. Yeah. Does a 14 do it?
Fuck.
Is that
What
me?
is
Yes.
it? Is your 13?
It's 13. It's literally 13.
So it does manage to save.
Yeah.
Does Sacred Flame is a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Fuck. Hello.
It just barely jumps out of the way. This thing's fucking us up.
Barely, yeah.
Do you hear
If
us?
that thing does
Alright,
12
we're-
damage to me, I'm like dead.
Don't worry, I'll...
So you reached your arm out, holding your sword, pointed at this thing, and screamed, "Fuck you!" And then Raina tried to Sacred Flame it, but it's actually pretty dodgy.
Ah, shit.
I literally have a save dex. I have a spell save of 13. It rolled a 14.
Okay. This is how I'm imagining it. You send out the ribbon, and it just curls its tentacles around it perfectly.
Oh, yes. That's how it has to be.
That's what I was imagining. Is like it kind of twists its head back a little bit as it hears you say your command word, and it's like tentacles flick around it.
Ugh.
That brings it to Wolfram's turn.
Alright. Wolfram draws his sword and pounds into this thing. Alright. Let's see if this hits. Okay. That is 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Woo!
Wolfram brings his sword down on this guy, two-handed, pulls it from his back, and cleaves down into this thing. Oh no!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That is 3 damage.
Oh, no.
3 slashing damage. He managed to clip a tentacle, I guess.
So
They're not.
yeah,
It is dodgy, isn't it?
yeah, you kind of went into, it was so close up to you, you went in to get at its chest, but it managed to like almost like you know the Gormagala wraps its wings up to its chest. It kind of did that with its tentacle and kind of shouldered the hit a little bit.
Okay. I forgot to do something. Is it possible for me to do it?
Yeah.
Technically, I was supposed to do it beforehand, but I forgot. I have a class feature called Reckless Attack. Can I make this a Reckless Attack? It
Yeah.
won't change anything other than... Yeah, it doesn't
If you
change anything.
got yeah.
It's just what I meant to do.
So that means that it gets advantage on
On
you
me,
until
yeah.
the end of your next turn,
Yeah,
or
it,
until the
does,
start of your next turn.
it gets advantage on every attack against me, yeah.
Cool. That brings
Oh, fuck.
I know it didn't help me, but I knew that that's what I wanted to do, so...
That brings it around to Molimer, who
For the love of God, help Driffin. Maybe. Or if she has spells, that would be good too.
yeah, she's got a thing. There it is. Okay. She has a +6 on that. So she's standing like right behind this thing, and Jesus Christ,
Nice.
almost slamming it into its back. She sends forth this bolt of bright energy, and Jesus,
Oh. Oh no.
and it stumbles pretty hard as this thing is slammed into with this magical energy, and it
GM, I made a mistake that you're not going to be happy with.
Hmm.
This thing's prone. I had advantage and both of them would have hit. So you'd have to roll with disadvantage. I'm so sorry.
Roll with disadvantage for the...
No, or you made a ranged attack?
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
God damn, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I'm glad you called me on it.
No. I keep forgetting what my character does.
6, 14. That does not hit. Okay.
I'm sorry. It goes wide because Wolfram knocks it over. God damn it. Does it hit Wolfram?
No, it manages to kind of fizzle out before it gets to you.
Okay.
And then that is her action with her... That would have to be an action, though.
Since I messed up, like you can retcon, that was my bad.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to figure... I know she has a bonus action that she can do, but I can't find it.
Sometimes channel divinities are bonus actions.
Yeah, both of hers are actions.
Oh, because she's a cleric, right?
Could have swore she had... I'm going to have to relook at my notes for her. So she does that, and she moves closer to it, putting her hand on her hip where her dagger is clearly sheathed. That brings it around to Fakedrick's turn, and...
Stands up.
He does. You hear Driffin hear a grumbling and moaning as Fakedrick kind of sits up, realizes he's on top of you, and jumps up on his feet, kind of unsteady, and pulls out his spear off of his back.
Driffin's like,
Brings us to
So
Mortimer.
he just comes to.
Pretty much, yeah. I know Mortimer used catapult. I don't think that they used. They used ice knife last session, didn't they?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
think
I was
so.
in and out.
So Mortimer runs up to this thing, and I think it would be better if they use their tricky hammer.
Yeah, they have advantage.
Yeah. And tries to bring down their tricky hammer on top of it. Does a 1 and a 12, and their plus is 2, so they...
It should be 2 plus dexes, so
I was gonna say like
it should be plus 4 because it is
Yeah.
finesse.
Yeah, so that's weird. Oh, because I had to specially make that item
Right.
for them. So yeah, that does hit, and then they will have
D8 plus 2d6 plus 4 or plus 2. Sorry,
which is
D8.
no, yeah, it's D8. Yes, so D8 plus 2d6
Yes, plus 2.
plus 2. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hell yeah.
So Mortimer runs up and slams his hammer down on this thing's chest, and you hear almost like a cartoon sproing noise as it compacts into it.
Can I say how I imagine this has gone? Basically, Wolfram stepped up to this thing, barely clipped it, but so this is how I imagine it. Is he barely hit it because the thing kind of dodged out of the way, but it also didn't expect him to swing so hard, and so it like tripped it up. It fell on the ground, and as it was falling on the ground, Molimer shoots this beam past it because Wolfram made her miss it, not intentionally, but Mortimer comes in, takes advantage of this, and just jumps and wham! Yeah.
So that brings it back around to its turn, and it is going to stand up using its movement, half its movement, and excuse me, Jesus. As it stands up, it gets all up in Mortimer's face. And does hit on the first one. Hits on the second one. And then does a
Somebody would hit. Or whatever. I don't know what its pulse is. Sorry.
22 hit you, Wolfram.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Time to die. Let's do this.
So that would mean
Just roll the double dice, double damage. Or wait, you if you're taking the average, just take the average of the dice. What
yeah, so that would mean 21 damage to Wolfram.
total?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Mortimer takes 14 damage.
All right.
This is
21.
terrifying.
Wolfram, this thing stands up and flails at its tentacles at both Mortimer and Wolfram goes flying back, falling unconscious.
Well, what happens is it stands up wearily and just brings its fist down on Mortimer as its tentacles are just bashing at Wolfram.
Yeah, Wolfram goes flying and falls on the ground, dropping his sword.
That brings it around to Driffin.
This is fun. I can get up now, right?
Yes, just half your movement, but you're in such tight quarters right now, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's not
So-
on him right now though. He has
No,
space.
yeah. You have space to stand up.
And
All right. How close to this thing am I?
5 feet.
Oh, I'm 5 feet. Oh shit.
Yeah, what happens is
Okay.
you were tossed about 10 feet from the door. This thing moved out another 5 feet to encounter everyone, so you are now 5 feet away from it, whereas it's on top of everybody. Unless you moved away during your turn. Okay.
Alright, so Griffin's angry that he got hit. He's mad at this dude with the spear. But he's even angrier at this fucking tentacle monster because it caused all of this. So Griffin's gonna take that 5 feet and rush in and try to attack with the scimitar.
Cool. You should have a +4 to that hit, I think.
Yes. That's 14 plus 4, 18.
That hits.
Alright, and that would be 1d6 plus 2, and then a whole nother 1d6, right?
Yes, because you have your Hunter's Mark active on this thing.
Wait.
Yeah.
When he critted on me, did you add the average?
Alright.
Okay.
I did
5
'cause it
plus 2, 7.
twice,
and
one of
then
it being-
the 1d6.
a nat 20,
Oh,
so I did
alright,
3
so-
of the hit, 3 of the average, because it would be double and then the one normal hit.
Okay.
So, my first roll was 5 plus 2.
What is its weapon damage?
1d6 plus +4.
So it should have been the regular plus an additional 3.5.
So that would have been 17.
70. I'm still up.
Cool. Sorry, can you repeat that damage for me? I fucked up.
Alright. The first roll was 5 plus 2, 7, and the Hunter's Mark roll was a 6. So, 13 damage.
Cool.
So I want this to happen as I get up. I look angrily at this thing. I rush in, and I feel like I haven't actually drawn my scimitar yet. We'll retcon that. But as I rush in, I would like him to have drawn and done an upward slash.
Yeah, that feels okay to me, yeah. So, you, drag your blade... What did you roll? Sorry?
It was a 14 plus 4, 18.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, because that sword has an ability on it.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
you
was hoping to hit that, but it is what it is.
you drag your sword up across its hip, up its chest, and open a pretty decent gash And it kind of falls down to one knee, screeching. Raina, your turn.
Alright.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna hit it with Chaos Bolt.
Holy
Hell
shit,
yeah,
okay.
Pull out the big guns.
Does a 20 hit? I already rolled my thing.
Is that a natural 20?
It's a
No fucking way
17
that
plus
doesn't-
3.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Even with its bullshit ability that it has to up its AC when it's in one of these situations that hits.
Your plus to hit should be 5 because you have a 16 charisma, right?
17
I have a
charisma,
17 charisma.
Yeah,
Then
so
you
it should be
have a
5.
plus 5 to
Oh,
hit.
shit.
That's a 22.
22? Cool. Okay.
That would make your spell save DC higher too. That would bring it up to 15.
No, it's only 13.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait!
What am I thinking of? What am I
Um,
thinking about?
Spell save DC is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus your modifier. I know it's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, I see what I was thinking. Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Ruin him.
13 damage of... Do we want force or poison?
I like force.
Let's do force.
I like force.
So how much is
force
that?
damage? 7, 6, 13 damage.
Okay. So what
Force
happens is you send forth this, husk of energy that looks like the full moon, just hurtling towards this thing, and it's clear, and it slams into it, and almost as if someone took like a gingerbread man and an apple corer and just took the head off, it just splatters,
Score!
Badass.
and this thing falls to the ground. Ooh, okay. It falls to the ground, and its tentacles are writhing, flailing about, chicken with its head cut off, and that's it. It's bleeding out on the ground.
Since
Yeah!
you were on this other side from Wolfram, can we say that the blood in Icor has just completely gooed Wolfram who's laying on the ground nearby?
Yes.
Got gacked.
That being said, Wolfram, it is your turn.
Alright. You thought Wolfram had just gotten his shit rocked, but he still stands up, like, heavily wounded. He just, like, gets
Wolfram.
the sword, pounds it into the ground, and you just see him standing.
Okay.
Poor Wolfram.
Does this thing look dead?
It does look dead.
Okay.
You guys are still in initiative order, though.
Oh.
Why?
Wolfram looks around for threats.
Yeah. You don't actively see anything other than this thing lying on the ground, and it's still kind of twitching and writhing.
Can I ready an attack?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna ready an attack, and the trigger will be, tell me if this is too vague. If a hostile entity shows up, I just want to let my instincts go and attack it. Anything that looks
Yeah,
like
that's
it's hostile.
Yeah,
I will.
that's fair. With that being said, Molimer, I think, is going to do the same, as well as Fake Trick and Mortimer, because they see that you're on edge.
Oh, and Wolfram's got like a huge gash just going down his chest and side, like he's got blood pouring down his side.
As we round back up to another round. Okay. We are now out of initiative order. This thing finally stops twitching. Wait, 7. Yes, okay. This thing finally stops twitching. It's, headless and bleeding out on the ground. As it, lies there, its body actively, very quickly, you can see, kind of starts to turn to almost, it looks like ash or spores or something, but it's gray, and it falls apart into dust, and there's nothing but like a pile of this gray, ashy, dusty kind of spore left in the shape of its body where it was. From inside the doorway, you hear a screech exactly like what this thing was screeching.
Okay.
Molimer turns quickly and charges at the door, waves her hands in some kind of crazy, motion, and a new door appears.
Doctor Strange.
In one swift motion, she pulls out that dagger. And again, it looks like a ritualistic dagger, but it's not the curvy blade. It's like just very ornate and stuff. And begins carving in the door while Fake Drake turns to you all and says, while she's sealing it, we gotta get fucking moving. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And he begins to move his hands as if he's doing a spell circle.
Doctor Strange, I'm into it. By the way, real quick, can I justify Wolfram being on edge like that? So he has a thing called danger sense. He just like, I like to think of it, he has like this weird spidey sense of like, he knows things aren't over yet, but he doesn't know why, and that's why he's on edge.
Yeah. Well, what this thing has is, I special crafted it a little bit, and it's basically got like a zombie effect that is reactionary to it taking spell damage.
I just
Well,
like
shit.
the idea that he can instinctively tell when something is wrong, even if he has no clue why.
Yeah.
I
So,
am.
I was full on ready for like that next round to roll around. Griffin was gonna take the dodge action just in case.
That's smart. It's very smart.
All I'm saying is I'm really glad that's over with because I have one spell slot left. What?
It's over for now.
I need a long rest desperately.
well,
What are you doing?
I'm so glad y'all survived that, and it felt... This last encounter was supposed to be the one that's like, holy shit, I need a long rest right now. Let's get the fuck out of here. And it feels like that's about the consensus. So I'm glad it was balanced in an appropriate way. So unless anybody wants to respond to those actions, because what they're doing is going to take a second, I can move the clock forward.
Okay.
Alright. Well, can we just take a long rest somewhere, or are we waiting to take a long rest?
No, what's currently happening is Molimer's frantically carving
Well, yeah.
symbols into the door while Fake Drake is casting some spell.
Okay.
On the ground, and about a 10-foot circle around Fake Drake's feet, a spell circle begins to form. Crazy, weird runes, and he says, "Get in the circle, quick!" As Molimer begins to chant and pierces a finger with her dagger, finishing her seal in blood, and it glows this bright, pale blue color.
Okay.
And the door seals over in stone as you feel the ground begin to shake.
Holy shit. Okay.
So we're leaving the tower then.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, the ground is shaking because the tower's coming down.
The tower is coming down. Okay, we're getting the fuck out of here then. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting in the circle.
No, I was going to say, if that's the only question, does everybody get in the circle, or are we just straight running away?
Wolfram sees that Fake Trick says to get in the circle, and he's like looking around to make sure all of his allies are getting in the circle.
Griffin's in the circle.
Getting in the
Does
circle?
it feel okay with magic to me?
You can't really tell, like...
In a frantic state?
Yeah, it doesn't outright seem sinister, but like without like taking a minute to take a check and investigate it, there's not really...
Alright, fine, I'm
She
getting in the
could
circle.
read the runes that are appearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would take an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So-
you can do. I grab Mortimer.
Yeah, Mortimer is definitely pulled in. Actually, Molimer, as she turned around, grabbed Mortimer's hand and ran in the circle with him. So is the door open? No. You're getting in the circle.
I guess.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yes.
This is me asking
I'm
you.
getting a circle.
Okay. So, another 12 seconds goes by, 1 or 2 turns, and Fake Drake finishes his circle, reaches his arms out, and as his hands make contact with the inside set of the circle, it begins to glow, flashing different colors, and your senses are assaulted with smells and lights, and you are now standing inside of a wood cabin.
Okay.
In this wood cabin, there is a very large man, like 8 or 9 feet tall, sitting at a table, and he's super wide. Doesn't really have a shirt on. He's got like a leather, what is that called? Pauldron strapped across his chest. He's got a lot of tattoos, and he is going to town on a very large cooked bird.
It's Kane. Wolfram limps forward a little bit out of the circle.
This big guy turns around. It's about damn time you all showed up. I thought I was going to finish it without you. And he holds up this half-eaten turkey leg that's easily the size of, like, Raina's torso. And,
Wolfram tries to snatch it from him.
what's your check?
Trying to cast light on it.
That is... It's not bad. He's surprised. Would I have advantage of any sort?
Come on. Yeah, I think, actually, because he wouldn't expect you to just yank his turkey leg.
Alright,
Sorry,
that
I
is...
heard more than him and Tank.
That's a 13.
He kind of just pulls it away from you. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell are
Wolfram,
you
like,
doing?
limps forward, and you just hear him, like huffing.
In response to that, he picks up a large, like, well-worn hatchet off the table, grabs the other leg, and just chops it clean and hands it to you. And he says, "You can have your own."
Wolfram is just like a dog, just like ripping into this thing.
Come on, biscuit. So as you do that, sit down and make yourself at home. As you've never tasted anything like this before, this is fantastic. This bird somehow tastes like well-seasoned beef.
Okay.
Interesting.
And Fakedrick and Mollimer sit down at the table, and Fakedrick removes his eye patch, and you now see a golden false eye set in. And he says, "Well, I guess we've got some explaining to do."
Wolfram is
Ya
loudly
think?
crunching and tearing meat off of the bone, and does not appear to be listening. He pulls his sword out that he was used as a crutch to hobble over to the table, cuts off another piece of meat and is eating, and he's just like glutting himself. Like it's very unlike Wolfram, because normally he's a little more like, not necessarily, he's like reserved, quiet, and impassive, but he just like seems ravenous right now.
I should have seen this one coming, but go on.
So, Mollimer pulls Mortimer to the side and begins to kind of have like a private conversation with him. Which I'll say you can listen into if you want to, but you know they're having like a private conversation in the corner.
I'll automatically fail.
Fakedrick looks up at you all and he says, "I'm sorry for the deception. We don't really know what we're doing. This is only the second time we've managed to seal one away. And we thank you for your help. You did a lot better than the last group because, well, you're here. You're alive.
I think Raina would just like sit on the floor next to him and just be like, "Alright, spill it."
The large man fills a tankard up from a leather drinking pouch, slides it down and begins to do that with everyone filling from the same pouch. This pouch is it's like the size. It might have 16 ounces of water in it, but he fills like 6 tankards, one for everybody, from it. And
Wolfram grabs it, downs it in one go, and then just for a second his eyes kind of go and then focus in on Adric.
yeah.
This entire time, Griffin has a furrowed eyebrow. Confused, kind of.
Well, I don't really know where to start. If anybody has any questions, I guess I'll just, kind of start pouring this out. That thing that we just fought was, well, as you can probably guess, it was not of this world, and neither are we. We are from somewhere different. Not necessarily different, but also not the same. We're not of your world. And he motions towards the large man and Molimer in the corner, who, as he motions, you can see that she has taken a step back from Mortimer, waves her hands, and the illusion drops, and she is now kind of like a 6-foot-ish tall woman with like very dark red hair. She has these scrolling rune tattoos across her brow going back to her ears. And very fair skin. And she finishes her conversation with Mortimer and pats his shoulder. And you can tell that she's saying, like, I'm sorry. And she begins to walk back over to the table. The best way I can think, Fatrick, the best way I can think to describe this is we're different versions of things that used to exist in your world. You know what? Do you all remember the Great War 40, 50, 60 years ago?
Do I even need to make a check for this? Because, like, this is all Wolfram's family is about.
Yes, you don't need to make a check for it. Nobody needs to make a check for it. But you all remember what war he's talking about. Mortimer walks over to the table and sits down looking a bit stunned. But relieved, I would say. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Mortimer just walked back over to the table. Fatrick was telling us about the Great War.
So, that war, does anybody remember anything about it? None of you remember any specific details about this war.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's one of those things where when you think about it, your brain just kind of glosses over. Like, you always have had that information, and it's always been there, but nothing specific comes to mind, and it's kind of perturbing.
Oh.
And he says, I bet none of you do remember anything specific. Well, somebody give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Sure, Wolfram. Raina puts a hand out.
So he slowly reaches to his side, pulls out a dagger, and he nods, asking, like, permission. He takes and cuts his own hand, cuts your hand, if you'll allow it, and clasps your hand. Can you make a wisdom save for me?
Oh. Oh shit. 6.
It's
That's
good.
horrible.
It's good that you failed.
Okay.
So as he, right before his hand closes around yours, he says, I'll show you what I know. He closes his hand around yours, and suddenly flashes of more of whatever the fuck that thing was that y'all just fought come into your mind. Carnage, bloodshed. It's horrific. Like, there's so much that you never knew that you had forgotten. It's world history. It's like if you knew World War II had happened, but you knew none of the details.
Well, this was before Wolfram's time. This happened before Wolfram's time, but he would have heard tales of it from his family, theoretically.
Yes.
But just nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
Gotcha.
And one major fact occurs to you. The world population right now, if you had to hazard a guess, maybe 1 million, used to be probably close to 8 billion.
Holy shit.
Holy.
As he releases his hand, he says, you remember the hunger now, don't you? What you remember is that something from some other place, nobody knows many details about it. We don't even know that it is referred to as the hunger. That's the name that you gave it. Humanity gave it. Came to this world, from the last after destroying everything, starting at the most powerful god, working all the way down to the most minute fraction of an atom of dust, until there was nothing left, absorbing and eating every bit of power there was. And then it moved on. And so on and so on and so on and so on until now. This war, and of course I'm using this as exposition to you all. He's explaining this. It was to seal the hunger away. Well, we did. We won. But the tragedy was so great that your world's gods, for lack of a better word, are not really around anymore, because the hunger absorbs anything it can find. It eats everything it can find. It is called the hunger for a reason. And we think that somehow it reached out to someone through some either freak anomaly or something. We don't know. We don't know anything about this thing other than we've struggled to seal it away. And it established itself a conduit in this world, using that person to pull itself further and further into this world. We think that was your friend.
Connor.
Well, if that's what his name was. We
You
only
are not Adric. You are not Adric.
No, I'm not. What we have to do is, because of how they track and pull and feed off of magic, we are what you would call gods. We do not have that power anymore because we've been following this thing. Well, more, it's been following us as we run, trying to figure out how to kill it, or at least seal it away like we did 60 years ago. And we have to seal our power away, and the only way we can do that is by manifesting from someone who is pure of heart and has their faith in us. And I know that sounds weird. We don't really understand it ourselves. I know this is a lot of we don't understand, but the rules of magic are not different are not the same everywhere we go. They are very different. And this is just what we have found to be the constant. The way to hide ourselves from the hunger so that we may maybe fight.
Okay.
My daughter here, she, pointing to what used to be Mahler.
Yeah.
She had to take the form of someone, who is pure of heart and believes in her with their full faith, and she did. Your sister, unfortunately, and we had no way of knowing that you, Mortimer, were still alive in this world. The last world we went to, you died in your past. So, when she saw you, she didn't know what to say. And she nods and she says, yeah, I'm sorry, I feel so horrible about the deception.
I don't know if this is something we know, but I am curious because this may have an effect on my backstory.
Well, I was going to say, with that revelation of information, it all comes floating back to everyone, and you remember these horrific events of this world. Great war with the hunger.
Okay, so this is something that did actually happen in our world, not parallel world.
It has been happening in parallel worlds, feeding down, and now it's happening in yours.
Like currently.
Yes.
Okay, so like my backstory still stands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing that is vague is the atrocities of the war, the thousands at a time that were slaughtered, and that is through the action of the gods of this world, basically using such a powerful spell in conjunction with these gods of the old world to seal this thing away, that they have had to basically sacrifice themselves, not necessarily sacrifice themselves, but shrink themselves down from the big fish to the plankton.
Gods in hiding, yeah.
Yes. And old Molimer, she says, I would like to say that the gods of your world are still around in a way. They reach out with what power they have and give it to those who may be able to make a difference. Like you, Reyna. And I'm not sure of the details, but you're she points at you, Wolfram.
Wolfram is literally covered in gristle.
Yeah.
But like has a dead serious and passive look.
I don't know what it was for you, but you reek of god magic. And she looks at Mortimer and she says, "You as well. I think the version of me from this world has taken a liking to you. But you," and she looks at Driffin,
You smell really bad.
I sense nothing from you, which is strange because there's something from someone, everyone has their own life essence. I think you should look into it because I sense only void with you.
I was gonna
That
say
may be all you get.
if they have like some sort of god sight, if we were to like personify it in that sort of way, I think they look at Reyna and they see like her outline of like she's filled with god magic. They look at Mortimer. I'm not exactly sure what they see, but they probably see his eye at least.
Mm-hmm.
They look at Wolfram and they just see the sword.
Yeah, it's glowing like a beacon.
Yeah.
So Fake Trick pulls out a map or a big scroll, and he rolls it out in front of him. He says, "I know you all just you're licking your wounds, and you just went through something very major, but we think we've found another conduit, and there's a way to stop another form of the hunger."
I'm rolling to see if Wolfram passes out yet from there.
Actually,
I like it.
eating this
I heard it and I thought it was Kane for a second. I was like, no!
eating this meat is like, why it feels like you haven't. It feels like you've never eaten before in your life, and suddenly you are eating at a 5-star Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Like, you feel really good. It's weird. And
See, I imagine Wolfram, after having eaten all of the meat off of this big giant leg, he's sucking down the marrow.
Oh yeah, basically like
he's
Wolfram-
poured ale into the bone hollow, and it's
like normally Wolfram's pretty
What we
like
don't know is Liver King joined our party.
right. He's pretty quiet and like impassive, but like when he's heavily injured like he is now, he kind of goes a little feral. He just eats a ton and then goes to sleep.
full Goku.
Yeah.
So Fake Trick points to a point on the map, and Reyna, it's actually the continent that you're from. You all recognize that it's, across. I haven't actually made this map yet, but I'll make it so you guys can understand. The continent of Aeldra, the continent that Mortimer, Wolfram, and Driffin are from, is across the ocean from the continent that he is pointing out. And there's the continent that he's pointing out is this deep jungle kind of, topographical area. And he says, there's another temple to whatever the hunger is. But this hunger is different. We don't know as much as we should. We wish we did. But what we sealed away is coming back, and we think that there's another version of it that is creating a conduit, because we have sensed its type of power coming from a temple here. We are going to try and put a stop to it. Now, you all are still alive. That says something.
Counts me in.
The big dude claps his hand on your back, and his hand is like the width of your shoulders.
Wolfram falls to the ground and is unconscious.
Wolfram's like, I'm dead. I'm tired.
The guy's like, oh shit, and he reaches down and kind of pulls you up, and like just kind of Wolfram's just
Slumped under the table.
And he continues and he goes, well, it's good to know, but if we could count on your help to continue to seal this thing away, we think if we seal it completely, we don't think we sealed it completely last time because it's coming back, it's establishing conduits. We think that we can be rid of it. And this thing from beyond our understanding will be done causing mayhem and death.
That's my continent, Ahmed.
So is it Eldra and Logra? Like ale and loggers? I don't know.
That's amazing.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but I like it so much. It actually sounds really good.
Eldra and Logra.
Yes. And Mortimer actually takes his dagger and slams it into the table. And he says, as long as I can protect the ones that I care about, as long as I can protect my family. And he looks around at you all.
Wolfram who's being propped up and like dead ass asleep.
And he looks at Driffin and he says, you know, literally no pressure, but we need to know if you're in or out. Hello?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to use this opportunity to run to the restroom real quick.
Alright, so like 10 minutes, I've bits and pieces.
Okay, what have you
Trying
heard?
I'm not sure what's going on right now. The last thing I totally and clearly heard was that Wolf got smacked on the back.
Wolfram got smacked on the back and passed out.
Jesus! I
But, like,
love it.
He's not unconscious.
Mm-mm.
Well, exactly. He's just like dead ass asleep. Like it's not like a, you know, KO sort of situation.
Really
It's like
fucking
a
tired.
like sleeping like a baby.
So basically, there is a great evil very similar to the one that you just fought. It is what you just fought is only a fraction of the great evil, but it has
Hold
been.
on.
I'm holding.
Go ahead. Questions?
He's having connection issues.
Well, I'm gonna move on a little bit. So, because his answer is not going to change what happens next. If you're in, then we can, you know, allow you some time to get ready. Locke, would you do the thing for them? And the woman stands up and does the same kind of magic caster circle thing, and you know, like a portal from the game, portal opens, and inside it you see just inside the city gates of Brayla. And he says, you all can, you know, go prepare if you so wish. We will be in contact when, you know, we can. Also, your Adric knows. He knows everything. He has always known. He was one of our conduits.
So he knows that Connor's dead.
Mm-mm. He knows about all of the shit. The otherworldly things that, you know, that have come and slaughtered the world and seek only power and hunger, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he helped the gods seal them away the first time.
Do you know what the situation is? Is he like traveling or something?
I think it's just really bad weather.
Gotcha. I noticed he was on his phone. I know it's raining right now. Well, no, it's not raining right now.
They're in Arkansas.
That would be it.
And yeah.
Okay. This probably wasn't a good time for Wolfram to be unconscious, but I was hanging on with like 3 HP, and like I don't want to understate. Yeah, Wolfram's just got like this, like that thing fucked him up.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, this meal and this like Hearthstone place is kind of a magical long rest for you guys.
oh
Cool.
okay. So does Wolfram like wake up? Like, how long does it take him? Or
Probably like less than 5 minutes.
okay, yeah, about 5. Honestly, that's pretty on brand. Just
When you take a long rest, does your health heal?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so it just goes back.
everything sets back.
Okay.
Man, Wolfram had a rough day because I used all of my hit dice like throughout the entire day, and I still am at less than half health.
I was kind of, I know this sounds weird, but I was kind of hoping that like when we got to where, you know, got to this point where it's like, okay, now you guys can take a long rest. When we got to this point where it's like, now you guys can take a long rest, like, you know, maybe someone had fallen unconscious a time or two. You know, everybody was kind of like, you know, had no hit die left, or were at 1 hit die, you know, something like.
Oh yeah, Wolfram was rough shape. By the way, since this is a special magical god healing, can I have all my hit dice back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Normally I only get 1 back.
Oh,
So,
wow, we needed
Driffin,
one.
how you doing?
You get half your hit dice back whenever you take a long rest.
Yes.
By the way, for future reference, I don't know if you know this, you can always choose to fail a saving throw if you know about it. Because if you want to fail one and you know what it is, but most of the time when you make like a wisdom saving throw, you don't know what it is, but you can tell somebody who's trying to do something to your mind.
Yeah.
And it's most of the time it's not safe to be like, okay, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, so just
But-
fail it.
But the reason it was you needed to fail this one is because he was giving you the information. That's another world version of Odin. He
Okay.
was giving you the omnipotence that he has because of what he's done. So like
Okay.
the a little insight to kind of explain how I'm doing things.
Mhm.
These gods, you know, whatever they are not fully powered because they have had to power themselves down so the hunger doesn't like, you know.
Doesn't draw its attention.
Yes, exactly.
Fire.
Yeah, like
Okay.
They're flying under the radar.
yes. But by doing that, they've crippled themselves. And because of this, because they've been universe hopping, being chased by this hunger, trying to fight it, they've gone through so many different changes and
Message you later.
they've gone through so many different changes and stuff, and like they have to change and adapt themselves magically on like basically a molecular level to even exist in this world where they're not supposed to.
Holy shit. Okay.
And every universe, you know, you've heard of the branching paths theory, where you like a decision creates a branch in the path, you know.
And yeah.
So-
Butterfly effect stuff.
Yes. So in each and every world, each and every you isn't exactly the same because you've made slightly different choices and stuff. That's the same concept with these guys. They're
Okay.
not exactly the same as the ones from your world.
Okay.
So we identified all three.
The woman that was Molimer was referred to as Locke, but other than that, you haven't gotten any names. If you want to specifically ask names, you can.
I was going to.
So, Fake Trick tells you his name is Brody.
Okay, fake Drick.
Brodi.
You were my connection.
I will post it in general chat.
This just gave me a good idea that it could still work in universe.
Big guy, what's his name?
Torin. Torin. And Malmer was Locke.
Yeah.
L-O-K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No C. I literally put Molimer equals Locke. Big Drick equals Brody.
Yes.
Big guy equals Torin.
This is just an idea, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. I think Kendall's trying to show you something. Oh, you like it?
What's up?
One Blizzard.
Yeah, sure.
I want ice cream.
Ooh.
This will stop once I start taking my Golo.
Oh, sorry.
I won't want sweets so much. I'm also getting one of the mini frosted sugar cookie ones if you want to try a bite.
Yeah,
I just wanted to try it.
I'll try that.
So I was just going to get a mini. Did you want anything?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm
Okay.
just gonna munch on your.
I was going to say it's Dairy Queen. I was going to order some ice cream. I didn't know if you wanted some.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So it is daytime, mid-afternoon in Brayla, and you guys have free roam of the city.
Wolfram wakes up the next morning, and all of his wounds are closed for some reason.
You do have like you'd think that you'd have this level of scarring if it was scarring and scar tissue healing if you had a scar from your youth and you're 60 years old. So it's like barely a faint silvery line anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
There we are. So what did you miss out on?
I asked the question, have we identified them?
So
And then that's it.
their names, the big guy that was in the room when you appeared, his given name is Torin. Torin. The woman, her given name is Locke, L-O-K. And Fake Drick's given name is Brody, B-R-O-D-I.
Interesting.
I'll
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Locke is the one who was pretending to be Molimer and has been traveling with you all. But otherwise, they have asked for your support in helping with killing another conduit. Did you catch that?
I did not. I was talking to Bridget.
Okay. So yeah, they have asked for the party's support in killing another conduit across the continent.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And Griffin's the only one that hasn't responded.
correct.
It is my home country, so I decided that I was going to go because of that. If that gives you any consolation.
So, I don't think Griffin wants to, actively respond to this question.
Brody has said, we're not going to require it from you. We would appreciate it, but, it is your choice in the end. This is dangerous work. So, you don't have to give an active response right now.
Hang on. Does the party know exactly where Rain is from?
Did you say, hey, that's my homeland?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I would say, this is my homeland, I would like to go.
So, yes.
Okay, then Driffin looks over at Reyna, and he says, I'll only do this because you need this help, not because of any of you have asked me.
The big guy, Torin.
He's saying to Reyna that he's doing it because it's her homeland, not because of all of these giant people.
Yes. Torin takes a bite out of the leg that he's eating off of and kind of chuckles. Got a chip on his shoulder, huh? And with that, you guys are given free roam to go make your preparations in Brayla. Locke has opened a portal for you.
Okay.
So, has it been long enough that Wolfram has woken back up, or is
Or is he still passed out at the table?
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
guys
say-
carry him out? I kind of like the idea you guys drag him out, leave him like,
We're all dragging through the portal.
Some guard making their rounds finds him propped against an outpost snoring.
just
I'll leave
snoring
my
away.
animal companion with him so that he can just kind of have somebody to guide him to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like 5 minutes go by after you guys leave him there, and just Wolfram eyes just open,
Pop open.
and he just stands up and he's looking around, and his wound is already closed, and he's just like, how did I get here?
By the way, just in case you didn't catch it, that meal was a magical long rest for you guys.
Awesome.
So yeah, y'all have free roam of Brayla. Whatever you guys want to do to prepare, or whatever.
I would like to procure some equipment.
Cool.
So this is gonna sound really greedy, but this is a legitimate question. Feel free to say no. You're the DM, and honestly, it would make more sense if you said no. But if it was a magical long rest, you mean just in healing and abilities, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we will have to take an actual long rest before we can level.
Pretty. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before I go procuring equipment, I have a question for the DM specifically.
Go ahead.
So, can a person in combat target a specific body part of an enemy in the to create an advantage? For example, can I attack an enemy's legs specifically to make it go prone?
There is a different mechanic for that. So
Yeah.
there are mechanics that mimic that. Like if you attack somebody and you do very well, you can say, "Oh, I hit them in the eyes," or you can say, "Oh, I'm aiming for the eyes." I mean, sometimes you can up the DC if you want, but for the most part, there
The
are.
equipment I had an idea for was for that. Go ahead.
Well, basically, if you want to knock somebody prone, there are spells that do that. There are equipment, magic items that do that. There's also the shove action, which can knock somebody prone.
Yeah. And the shove action is a contested.
Well, I was actually the equipment I was contested strength.
Yeah.
The equipment I was thinking of finding was blunt arrows.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but they would just do bludgeoning damage instead.
Yeah. If you want to go
What kind of an advantage does bludgeoning damage have? How does the different damage types work in D&D?
some things
Like,
have
you
resist. Some things
and then
have.
not-
Sorry.
He's just desynced.
Oh,
Some things have resistances or weaknesses to certain types of damage, and even immunities to certain types of damage.
it's also kind of an explanation thing. So, like, let's say, for example, you want to be less lethal.
Okay.
Like, you want to hit somebody and not kill them. It's going to be really hard to do that with an arrow. But if you want to bonk them in the head, yes, it will cut how well it works. But you probably won't kill them. You're not as likely to kill them.
Yeah, it's like the green arrow shooting his punching glove arrow.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problem with that. You can go search it out.
Yeah.
What is everybody doing before I delve into individual things?
Can I just say that Wolfram's wandering around looking for the rest of the party after he's woken up and, like, just alarming guards as he walks past?
Griffin left his owl with you.
Okay, yeah, the owl is sitting on his shoulder as he walks through. And he's just like, he's very tall, so he's just looking over everybody's heads, looking for the rest of the party.
Raina, what are you up to? By the way, Mortimer has told you all that he's going to look for the actual Molimer because she should be living in the city because this is the capital city, and he is left on his own.
I would like to go look for some armor of some kind.
So are you going to go with Griffin to, like, the armory district?
Probably.
Okay. So, Wolfram, you're wandering through the city, and, you know, you're kind of following the lead of this owl a little bit, and you duck down an alleyway, and there's a kind of dark, shadowy doorway, and this old lady, she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, you must be something special. How about I tell you a future?" And she holds up a deck of tarot cards.
Wolfram just walks down the alleyway towards her and lets her guide him in.
So she guides you into this room, and she pulls out, or she's holding this deck of tarot cards, and she goes, "I haven't seen anyone with your physique in a long time. You must be a very strong, healthy boy." And she's shuffling her deck of cards. "Now, for me to properly give you your reading, which I think is going to be something fantastic. You look like you're meant for something truly special. I need you to draw your cards."
Wolfram the entire time, this is just classic Wolfram. His face has not altered a bit. Just reaches forward and draws a card.
Draws one single card?
Yep.
Are you actually shuffling a deck of tarot cards?
I'm shuffling the deck of many things that she has targeted the least intelligent character with.
Oh, fuck.
This is gonna be fun.
Honestly, this is expected.
Ruin? Oh, God!
I mean, who else is an avatar of ruin other than Wolfram? We knew where this sword was leading.
I like it.
So your coin purse suddenly feels a lot lighter. The sword is magical, though, right?
It is.
Okay, so
This bitch done stole your coins.
I wouldn't worry about it. How much lighter exactly does it feel? Exactly 1 gold lighter?
Is that what you have?
exactly every bit of currency that you have.
Exactly 1 gold and 5 silver. Wolfram doesn't have fucking money.
And I was checking it because I wanted to make sure of the wording. It says all forms of wealth that you carry or own other than magic items are lost to you. Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation that proves you should own something lost to this card also disappears. So,
Oh my god.
That is the best card for Wolfram because Wolfram has no money. All he has and all he has ever had is his name, his sword, and his legacy. And those are things that no one can take from him.
do you have a like a portable tent or a sleeping bag, because I think that's the only other thing that would apply.
He literally does. Okay, so the thing he sleeps in is his wolf cloak. He doesn't have a bedroll. He doesn't have a tent. Why would he have a tent? He's a fucking animal man.
Yeah. I mean, that was the best bad card you could have pulled. Yeah.
Honestly, I
Are
feel
there
like
good cards in this deck?
Yeah.
feel like him pulling it and showing it to her, and just being completely unfazed, might actually scare her a little bit.
She sees you pull the
Down
card.
his card, she's just like, huh.
Yeah, she sees you pull the ruin card and nothing appears to change for you, and she goes, I don't like that.
Well, if any, I think Wolfram is known for a long time that there is only ruin in his future.
Well, she says, get out of my shop. No, leave. Like, she's suddenly very upset with you.
Wolfram does not, again, react at all and just walks out. Wolf cloak
This is
fluttering
awesome.
behind him, sword glinting. Let me go ahead and get rid of my gold.
Wolfram's like, ha, bitch.
Wolfram's like, just another
Who's
day.
scared who this time?
Oh, should I get rid of the dagger, the squiggly dagger? That was probably
Yeah, it's
the...
a ritualistic dagger. I think it's very ornate and stuff.
Oh, hold on. You know what disappears? What did Wolfram buy when he first got to town at the beginning of the campaign? A
shit.
barrel of alcohol.
Yes! That is the one thing that he finds the value in.
Yeah, Wolfram walks outside, and then his eyes go a little wide, and he goes, and he says, the barrel is gone. Then he shrugs and continues walking.
So,
Oh, God.
Here's my inventory if you see anything else you want to take. I mean, it's all really basic stuff. I wouldn't consider any of it to be wealth.
nah. Because it's all, anything I would consider utility, I wouldn't consider wealth, so.
Okay.
So we're going to cut back to Driffin and Reyna. You guys are going to the kind of like the craftsman kind of area of the town,
Okay.
and you can search out what you want to search out. Driffin, the person who made you your glass arrows was actually Felicity from the inn. I don't know if you want to go back to her or what, but
Does she genuinely just specialize in making shit in general?
have you asked her about it?
I don't think I have.
You don't know. She
I
happened.
mean, other than that she's made my glass arrows, I know nothing about her.
Well, the reason why you went to her for your glass arrows, I'll remind you, is that Oliver happened to mention, the bar owner, the innkeep, happened to mention that she used to make his arrows for him when he was a hunter.
Ah, then yes.
Okay. So you just go in and ask her, like, hey, can you make me some blunt arrows?
I would like to specify certain aspects of them.
Cool. We can roleplay that. So you walk in and she is standing on a little step ladder. She's a halfling, or not a halfling. She's a gnome. She's a gnome, and she is standing on a little step ladder cleaning a table. She says, Driffin, nice to see you back. How those glass arrows treating you?
They're great.
Good. I'm
They
glad
do
that worked
exactly
out.
what I wanted them to do.
Good, perfect. So what can I help you with today? Y'all looking for another set of rooms?
I'm actually here trying to procure another type of arrow.
Oh, interesting. What you looking for?
I'm looking for something that will leave a knot on my enemy's head.
So like
A rock.
A blunt arrow.
Oh, I thought you meant like a piece of rope. I was trying to figure out how you fire a rope. And she smacks your shoulder. Just kidding. Yeah, I got you. What I mean, we could do just like arrow shafts without the heads. I mean, I think that would work. But what you want some punch to it?
I want them specifically slightly weighted toward the front.
Okay. I think I can do something. I can work with that. Ollie, I'm going to the shop. And she hops down.
One more question.
Yeah, sure. What you got?
Do you happen to have corkwood?
Corkwood. I'll have to see what I got in my shop. Any particular reason?
No, just that it's less breakable.
Cool. Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll blunt arrows. That shouldn't take me more than a day. Get back with me tomorrow. And
Will do.
she just fucking yeets her step stool over the back of the bar. And she's like a good 10 feet away, and she just chucks this thing. You hear a crash, and she just walks out the door as if she's completely unaffected.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if this will do full damage. Unless if it's like magical or like master crafted. One, it's cork, so it's going to be really light. I'd make it like a D4. But like not give any disadvantage to like hitting or allow you to add your bonus and stuff.
That being said, Reyna, are you looking for, like, what specifically are you looking for?
Just some kind of armor.
Do you mind if I get a little meta here for a second?
Sure.
Do you have anything that allows you armor bonus, armor proficiency? Because technically you might be able to take something for it, but if you have mage armor, that's actually better than most armors you'd be able to use.
I have mage armor.
Because as a sorcerer, you don't have any armor proficiencies.
So
Okay.
the way it works with magic is if you are unused to wearing armor, if you don't have the proficiency, it makes you bad at doing skills when you have it. It makes it difficult to cast magic because you're
Okay.
distracted by the like creaking
Heaviness
leather
of
and the
it.
pinching. Yeah, it's how 5e handled that. It used to be in older editions that metal blocks the flow of magic.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that kind of the trade-off for being like super powerful magically is it's hard to use armor. I will say if you want to get some armor, if we level up to 4, you could take a feature and increase it. But honestly, I'll be dead ass with you. Don't do this just because I'm saying that it's like more efficient. You're probably better off with magical protection.
Honestly, yeah, because you're not gonna get the full bonus from the armor anyways. So.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could get some like studded leather and then take your feature for it. But I think you'd be better off improving an ability score.
Okay. Then I would like to.
What did your ion stone do? What did you get an ion stone?
She has a reserve stone, and it holds up to 3 levels in spells
And I
that
can
you
give
can
it to
store.
other people.
It currently has a spell in it, but you need to spend time investigating to figure out what they actually do in character.
I'll probably do that while we're here too. But first, I would like to go get at least some more clothes then, because one of my shirts did get destroyed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's doable.
So I just need a little bit more clothes.
You can go to a tailor or whatever. Let me look at like clothing.
Clothing is super abstract in it,
Yeah.
but like there's levels of clothing, and that kind of will tell you the pricing. It's
Okay.
an adventuring gear. The common set that everybody starts with is like traveler's clothes.
That's what I'm carrying as well. So I figured maybe I'd just get another set of traveler's clothes.
You could also get like a set of fine clothes. I mean, there's a lot of options.
Yeah. Here's just a few. I'm gonna say probably cleric's vestments and courtier's outfit, entertainer's outfit. Like super specialized ones aren't good, but like cold weather, peasants, scholars, even traveler's outfit. Those should be fine.
Yeah. And like fine clothing, is a lot of the time for like role play stuff. Like if you're like a noble and you need to associate with aristocrats,
Yeah.
in order to associate that with them successfully, you need to have nice clothes and be buying like nice, going to fancy dinners and stuff like that to fit in with them. But I don't think that's Reina's thing. So
No.
then
I think I'd probably do.
It also doesn't have to be those specific things. If you want to give me an idea of what specifically you're looking for, we can kind of figure out what will be the closest thing. Because it can be pretty much anything you want it to be. It's just like depending on the quality, the materials and stuff, it might be a little bit more expensive.
I think I might do a traveler's outfit and an explorer's outfit.
Both of them.
Yeah,
So
11 gold.
what does an explorer's outfit do? I actually haven't heard of that. I'm curious.
it's a full set of clothes for someone who never knows what to expect. It includes sturdy boots, leather breeches or a skirt, a belt, a shirt, perhaps with a vest or jacket, gloves, and a cloak. Rather than a leather skirt, a leather overtunic may be worn over a cloth skirt. The clothes have plenty of pockets, especially the cloak. The outfit also includes any extra items you may need, such as a scarf or a wide-brimmed hat.
Man, that sounds like absolutely perfectly pragmatic. It almost sounds like you could pull an Indiana Jones with that shit.
I mean, pretty much,
it's
yeah.
extremely durable. That's good.
So, like, I think I'm going to, for that, I'm going to adapt a thing from a different system called your load, and I would say that's a light load. Whereas, like, you know, if it's super cold and you need a scarf, you have a scarf,
Okay.
and that counts for your like light load.
Okay.
Or like if it's super sunny and you need a sun hat, you know.
It's like how everybody has a knife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
Everybody's got a knife.
Hell yeah.
First rule of Ether Sea: everybody's got a knife.
And Wolfram apparently has warm weather clothing, or counts as having warm weather clothing, except he definitely doesn't.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I think Wolfram, you find Reyna leaving a tailor shop with a bundle of clothes over her arm, and at the same time, Driffin, unless you have something else that you want to do, you would kind of.
I do have two more things I would like to do, but we can continue this so long as I'm still able to do them before anything major happens.
Yeah. This is not a majorly dramatized clock. I have one event that's going to happen in the city. Excuse me, but it can happen at any time, literally. So,
Okay.
what else you got in mind?
The two things I would like to do is I would like to go see the innkeep about that bow again,
Yeah,
just to see.
yeah.
And then, what was the other one? Oh hell, ADHD is a bitch. Fuck. Shit. I would like to find an apothecary or someone who might be good at making antivenoms and give them the blood I got from that dog thing.
The death dog. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to give that to them so that they can make something of it for a cure for that type of poison.
Counts as a disease, I believe.
Yeah. I'm looking into antitoxin and antivenoms. We can go ahead and roleplay that, and I will get back to you on the specific effects that are done. I will say they're probably not going to give it to you for a super cheap price, but like I said, we can roleplay that.
We can figure that.
Anna, if it helps,
Um.
I can tell you about some quality of life things you can do with mage armor, if you're gonna go that route.
Yeah, I have mage armor, so definitely, I think I will definitely start using it.
That's the thing is, I mean, you saw it's not always necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have sorcery points, which
Mhm.
obviously you're gonna want to use. But if you ever feel like you need all your spell slots, what you can do is cast the spell at first level and then use 2 of your sorcery points. You always have as many sorcery points as your level,
Yes.
starting at the beginning of the day, and then you'll have all your spell slots. But it just lasts 8 hours,
Yeah.
the whole day.
Okay.
and that basically is better than wearing any light armor.
Okay.
Because it's 13 plus your deck, so you'll be like up with like Wolfram and Griffin and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a
So,
lot better for me.
I don't know if that
Felicity
helps.
Yes.
tosses her step stool behind the bar, and Oliver stands up. Damn it! I told you not to throw that thing anymore. Rubbing the back of his head, and he goes, "Oh, Griffin, how you doing?"
Alright, how about yourself?
Be a lot better without this knot on the back of my head.
You know, funny you say that.
I love this bastard.
Why's that?
Oh, I got her making something to do the exact thing that you were complaining about.
Oh, the glove arrows, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hopefully she doesn't keep any for herself, you know.
Hey, you can never guarantee that with her.
Weapons of mass destruction.
So this is the guy I wanted to talk to, right?
Yes.
I need to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Given any thought to that bow in there?
You mean the heirloom, the one I have on
Yeah.
the? He reaches up and he kind of taps on the because it's above the liquor shelf on the behind him in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can't. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. It's been passed down for several generations.
Okay.
It occurs to you that the design of the bow looks kind of familiar.
Could I make a check to fully recognize it?
Yeah, if you want to like stand and look at it, you're not gonna get a good look at it. But if you want to like stand there and stare it down.
Yeah, I wanna make a check to see if I can fully identify this bow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
Let me pull up my character sheet real quick because I had to restart my phone earlier, so it closed.
I think you have a +1 to investigate.
I'm checking, unless you can pull it up faster than I.
I have no idea what I did with my copy.
Okay, I'm working on it. If it'll load.
I'm pretty sure you have a 1 though.
We'll just go with that, and if it loads while I'm rolling, we'll change it.
Yeah.
Oh, it loaded. Investigation is +2.
Ooh, I almost screwed you.
19 + 2, 21.
This is almost a perfect copy of Freya's bow.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, what'd you say your family name was again?
Freeman?
This is Griff speaking to him.
1 second.
Gotta remember.
You know, I think we're doing when we're doing level 4 next. If you want a higher AC, you could always improve your dexterity if you want. Though I don't know what your dex even is.
I'm so sorry for making you have to look for
Is it
something,
15?
Kate.
14.
14. Okay. I'd
No,
honestly
you're good. I
probably
just-
improve your charisma.
I have no idea what notebook. I'm literally 4 notebooks
My
deep at
charisma's
this point.
17.
That's really good. If you can improve that, your everything will go up. Your spell save, your spell attack.
Oh, then I'll do that.
I mean, do whatever you feel like is appropriate for you. But like, you could describe it as you're deepening your connection or something. You know?
Queen.
I like it.
His last name is Queen.
Definitely, I like it.
So, Oliver,
I'm
Queen.
still getting
Yes.
used to this.
Interface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get confused with certain character sheets too.
You can use your old one if it's.
I'm getting used to it. It's just I'm still like looking into everything.
Your sorcery points are reset. You haven't used any.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so anytime a long rest, it also recuperates those guys.
Yeah.
Get them.
But there's a technicality about long rests in that you can't take more than one every 24 hours because of it would otherwise you'd
Kill everything.
Nap all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. That's fine. I just didn't know that it reset them, and I thought just when I used them, they were gone.
No, you get them back.
Glad
That's
to know that.
that's why it's kind of a hack to like you cast mage armor, then you use 2 of those up, and then you have all your spells all day and a better AC.
I like that. Yeah.
Which is not always worth that. Once you get to higher levels and you have more first level spells that you know what to do with,
Yeah.
it's just like
Meh.
fuck it. You can't hurt me anyway.
Felicity's last name, by the way, is Thistletop.
Thistletop. I love it.
That's a fun name.
Thistletop. But you didn't find Hez?
Yeah, it's Queen. Oliver
Oh.
Queen.
Okay. I didn't hear you say that.
That's just
Sorry, I
that
was
name
blabbering.
sounds so damn familiar, but I don't know.
Oh, there's a reason.
Okay.
Queen, like Queen of the Gods. Anyway,
No. It just sounds very similar to something bouncing around in my head right
Lightning McQueen. No wait.
now. No.
Think about it. An archer named Oliver Queen. Also, I've referenced what I'm referencing in this session.
No, god damn it. I'm sure when I find out, it will be like, of course.
Oh, should have seen that one. Yeah, that's like what I said earlier when I should have seen another thing coming.
It's the name of the character for Green Arrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what Wolfram wants to do.
Yes.
Can I say that before I started looking for the party, I like somehow cleaned up a little bit? Because
Yeah.
last I checked, I was covered in
Covered
chicken
in
grease,
Yeah.
beer,
Blood.
and blood. My own blood and some
Here's
weird
that-
creature's
hold on.
blood.
Hold on. Can I help you with this one?
I'm technically I'm still by myself if I'm doing it before I'm
No.
looking. for you.
I mean, like, out of character. Can I help you figure out how you got clean?
You can give me a suggestion. Yeah, go for it.
I fully imagine that you were just walking down the street and someone came out of their door with like a bucket of water or something to dump it out, and it just hit
You
you
scared them.
broadside as you kept walking, and it did not faze you one bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I don't know how you knew that's exactly what happened, but that's exactly
But that's
what happened.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So Wolfram, you happen upon Reyna, and you two walk together for a little bit, heading back towards the. Sorry, I imposed a little bit. You will happen upon Reyna.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll right now.
Hi, Wolfram. Well, you look clean.
Thank you.
He has a big silvery scar across his chest, almost from like coming from his hip.
And I also have Driffin's owl on my shoulder.
I was gonna say, and you got a friend.
Yes.
Well, the scar's looking pretty good. Didn't expect your cut to heal like that.
Anyone who ate has the same healing effects.
Just got that's cool. You
Griffin
just
did
like
not eat.
completely
That
healed.
sucks. Okay.
I recover quickly.
The long rest came from being in a sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah, but the
takes longer.
physical healing came from because that type of injury would be a long-lasting injury.
Well, for most people.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. You continue.
So you
Sorry.
two meet up, and is there anything that y'all would want to do before I move the story forward?
I'm honestly good. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So
Are we leaving the town when you move forward?
no.
Okay, then no.
So I'm gonna say, it makes sense for you guys to head towards the the Leighton's Legacy, you know, the bar, and you guys, you know, you enter as Driffin is finishing up a conversation with Oliver, and Oliver begins pouring a tankard without looking up, and just you know, almost as you get there, it's like ready for your hand to take it, Wolfram. And
I just sit down as naturally as I breathe and take the tankard.
yeah,
Can I say one thing that I think would be funny? Last time I was here, before we like disappeared from town, Wolfram was standing in the common hall, completely naked, wielding a sword. Well, other than the wolf cloak.
yeah.
I like the idea that he walks in and there's just like a woo as he walks in. Wolfram just sits down, completely ignoring it.
Everybody's ready for him to slang thing again. Oliver hands you this tankard, and he nods down the end of the bar, because this is like one of those bars that goes all the way across the room. And at the far end of the bar, kind of in a darkened corner, you see Adric sitting nursing his own beer, and Oliver kind of nods towards him and he says,
I'll go over
think he's waiting on y'all.
there.
He's been here every day since y'all took off.
I'll go over there. Sit down next to Adric.
So Adric looks over at you and he goes, he perks up really big when he realizes who you are. And did you find him? Where is he?
We have learned many things, Adric. I do not know if we should discuss this here.
What?
We have met with your god.
He turns his head down and takes a big deep breath, and tears well up in his eyes, and he wipes it away before it can really run down his cheek, drains his tankard, and he says, "All right, back to my place then."
Yes.
And he gets up and you know, without really waiting for anybody to follow, takes off.
Oh yeah, Wolfram sweeps out the door. He did not pay for his drinks.
Yeah, I think nobody would have expected Wolfram to pay for his drinks even.
Yeah. This is gonna be a hard conversation, but also Wolfram still does not know for sure that this Connor was our Adric's Connor. In fact, he doesn't think it was because of the journal.
I mean, there's every chance that it wasn't. Like, you know, they confirmed that there is every possibility that, you know, it could possibly not be.
I think it would be a terrible thing to reveal to him that Connor is dead, and then Connor busts through the door.
Well, that's the thing, is we have to be tactful how we reveal this, because, like, it's not necessarily we met a Connor. I feel like leading with we met your god will explain a lot of this. Because, like...
I think explaining the whole dimensional thing that we've been through would be an easier way to do this forward.
Well,
And just going in and saying, we killed Connor.
Adric knows. He knows everything that has been revealed to y'all. He was a conduit for the other side, for the, quote, side of good, side of the gods, back when the war happened.
So this will be easier than we thought.
Yeah. I think the way that Wolfram approached this, he kind of knows, he gets the gist that you guys know now, at least more of the information that he has that y'all didn't.
Okay.
So, you know, follow him into his home, and he reaches for the top shelf stuff. Excuse me, the stuff that he's in the red kind of heart-shaped bottle that he got from Mortimer.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits down, and he pours himself a cup, and he picks up the bottle and drinks from the bottle, leaving the cup on the table.
That's a move.
That's strong shit right there. So what's happened over the past 3 weeks?
I hate to do this, but this is totally what Wolfram will do. He kind of looks at Reyna like, giving her the very obvious eye of please explain this for me.
Mm-hmm.
She's the highest charisma character.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you guys know that it has been 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, for
Wait,
you,
we
it's
know
been
it's been 2 weeks. He says it's been okay.
For y'all, it's been 2 weeks since y'all last saw him.
How long has it been for him?
Oh,
3 weeks.
Gotcha.
interesting.
Wolfram keeps track of
I'm
time by
correct.
the length of his armpit hair.
Jesus.
Well, we've been through quite a travel.
Yeah, I don't know how you got back a week early. Well, actually, I do. Oh, continue.
Fake Drake.
I see you met Brody.
Yes, we met Brody. We went through the mine tunnel. That was what it was, right? It was the mines.
Yeah.
We went through the mines, so we cut through there. Then we went into the woods. We fought some stuff, did some stuff. We stepped towards the tower where the tower is supposed to be. It has some kind of force field around it. We're not entirely sure. And then we went into the tower, and unfortunately, Undead Connor was there.
We do not know if it was your Connor.
Yeah, we don't know if it's particularly your Connor.
When you said the name Connor, he put down the bottle and he's like at the edge of his seat with his hands on the armrest, and he's like very concerned.
We don't know that it's actually your Connor, but it was an undead Connor.
We have his notebook.
Would you like his diary?
Yes, I would like his diary. Why did it take you this? Sorry, I'm a little testy. Yes, I would like to read his diary.
Ajak, I don't know if you're gonna like it very much.
It is better to know.
It is better to know, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time because some of the stuff in it is kind of hard.
My brother could be dead. And I need to know.
Okay. I'll hand you his diary, but I will warn you. I will go ahead and tell him that when it gets to the end, when it gets past day 40, I will tell him to be very careful.
Day 40, you've only been gone 3 weeks.
Actually, we've only been gone for 2. Our time.
Wolfram starts drinking because he's starting to get a migraine.
Jervin's in the back picking his nails with a dagger.
I don't understand.
Well,
That's why we are not 100% sure that this is your Connor.
well, he takes like a solid 10 minutes and he reads through it because it's not a whole lot. Like, it goes to insanity pretty quick.
No, yeah, it goes to insanity pretty quick, but I just wanted to let him know because it starts talking really harshly about him after day 40.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, be careful after day 40 because this is stuff maybe you would not want to know.
I know that's how he felt because I couldn't tell him. I had to hide the atrocity from him.
The atrocity of what?
Did Brady tell you
The war.
The war?
that
Okay.
that's a great weight? And I know me and him had our problems,
Mhm.
but he was my brother and I didn't want him to have to face that. And what he thought is what he thought. I wish I could go back and tell him, but when a god swears you to secrecy, you keep
Have
that
to do it.
you keep that promise.
Mhm.
I thank you for what you've done, because if that was my brother, he would not have wanted to continue to live this way.
Of course.
I think I think I need to take some time alone.
Okay.
Wolfram leaves.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything past that. He stands up, closes the journal, and walks into his own bedroom, closing the door,
Alright.
leaving you in his living room.
I was gonna say, am I allowed to stay in his living room?
I mean, you
Or
can.
should I get out of the castle?
We do have a hotel.
We do have the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the hotel. I was just gonna investigate the stones that I have, and I just didn't know if I could do it in there or if I should do it.
Tavern. I'm sorry, I called it a hotel.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty hard.
Oh yeah, man, that was intense.
You actually, I'll give you this. You did actually a good job of voice acting sadness.
Oh yeah.
Because I was crying. I was
Because
literally.
we were all feeling sadness, my man.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I am a completely apathetic fuck.
Don't worry about it. It takes time to get into roleplay.
So,
So, Raina, what you find is that one of these. Where are my sticky notes? The purple one is a reserve stone. What it does is it holds. I can give you more in-depth details. Don't worry about notes on this right now.
Okay.
It holds up to 3 levels of spells.
Okay.
You can do that in any combination. 3 1 level, 1 level, and a 2 level, a 3 level. Any combination that adds up to 3 levels. Right now, it has a spell in it. Melts minute meteors.
Okay.
There is a scarlet and blue sphere
Mhm.
that is the intellect stone. Gives a +2 to intelligence while active.
Okay.
The pink and green is the leadership stone. It gives a +2 to charisma while active.
Okay.
And the deep red is the agility stone. It gives a +2 to dexterity while active.
Okay.
I will be honest, the way I designed it, the purple one's for you.
Yep.
The scarlet and blue is for Driffin because Driffin wanted to up intellect.
Okay.
The pink and green, the charisma one, is for
Mortimer.
Mortimer. They want to up their charisma, and the agility one is for Wolfram. That is my intention. You can dole them out however you want to, but that was like, through me talking to you guys about what you would like out of your characters and stuff like that.
I would dole them out just like that.
If you do that, like back at the let's see, tavern, you're
Mhm.
probably like in your room looking through them.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if it were like having like group session time, and you're like doling them out to like Mortimer and Driffin, when you offer one to Wolfram, he'll kind of inspect it, pick it up between 2 fingers, or like any of you demonstrate how they work because they kind of hover around your head.
Mm-hmm.
Say, no, it will get in the way, and he hands it back to you.
Okay.
So there is the red stone gives a +2 to dexterity while active. Whoever would like that. Yeah, and you don't have to decide it right now. You can dole it up amongst your characters.
I give this to your sister. You are far better with these than I.
So I was right about the colors. The colors match our characters.
Not necessarily. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but it just so happens that like
The red matches Wolfram. The purple matches me. Driffin is blue and wears red.
I guess Wolfram doesn't really have a lot of red on his character.
No,
other
but like
than-
the rage
Yes.
makes sense to have red.
Yes, that's true.
oh, they DC'd again.
Didn't realize you were a master DM, did you, Kane?
No. Backdoor my way into that.
I literally asked them last week. I was like, "Do the colors mean they match the people?" No, they do.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that. That's not how I intended for it to go, but
But it worked.
so
Oh,
welcome back.
I lost you at you can dole them out however you want.
So these Ioun stones, I just posted the link. The one for intelligence is designed for you if you so wish for it to be there. Basically,
Yeah.
what it does is you toss it in the air with an action, and then it gives a +2 to your intelligence while it's active.
And remember, any of these can be traded between any member of the party at any time. All it's going to take is a short rest to attune to them.
Yeah. Which
So this is not. Hang on, I'm not fully understanding. Is this a limited use item or
No.
is it a constant?
It's a magic
available?
item.
yeah, you have it until either something breaks it, you lose it, but you can use it as many times as you like.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Okay.
do have to put it in action every time, right?
Yes, but and it doesn't specify what happens if you like say have it active and try to go to sleep because it hovers around your head. So I think the way that I'm going to house rule that is like whenever you go to sleep, you have to deactivate it because it doesn't make sense that it would be active while you go to sleep. You know?
You're
Yeah.
still attuned to it. It's just not active. It
Yes,
takes an
exactly. Yeah.
But them saying that means that I have a purple prism that I can literally give to any character I want that has spells in it, and these spells can be used by any character because of that.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I can hand it off to somebody and be like, here, it has this one, or just do this to use it, kind of thing.
Right.
And
Here's
just
a question
let it
then.
surprise you.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Given to any character to put any other spell in.
Any character who can cast a spell can cast it into this stone and store it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only real stipulation is that it has only up to 3 levels of spell in it.
I mean, I can think of some really useful spells to put in that. Well, basically any healing spell would be really powerful.
And Kendall,
I'm holding on to it for now, but
that is the spell that's currently in it.
okay.
What I just sent you.
I'm holding it. I'm holding on to it right now, but I can give it away to somebody else if I feel like it would be good in a fight to hand it off to somebody.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like something coming up could possibly benefit from it.
Now, I will say, if it takes an action for you to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but if you give it, let's say you give it to Driffin, he has to take a short rest in order to attune to it. It takes an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is like if I keep ahead of like what we're hunting or something like that, and I feel like maybe somebody could use it in a fight that we come across.
I was gonna say, I think it works especially well with sorcerers because of the ability to turn sorcery points into spell slots.
Mhm.
Because, like you're saying, if you absolutely have to use it the same day, you can, pop them in, pop a spell into it. You guys get to take a short rest. While you're taking your short rest, you convert it to a spell slot,
Mhm.
and then you go about your day while the other person attunes to it.
But that'll only come in like really intense fights, I think.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like we're coming up on something really intense, that's when I'll use it.
The Iron Stones are good because they can give you extra stats, they can give you extra spells, stuff like that. But also, we're about to hit level 4, which is generally ability score increase. Sometimes you can take feats.
Oh, cool. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Well, I'm going to say, unless anybody has anything else that they want to do, you can go to sleep, and in the morning, you will have gained level 4.
It went good. I'll hear something next week.
I'm just doing ASI. I don't want to do anything.
He gave me some ideas of what he could put me in, and some ideas of kind of stuff what they do. He was like, do you like research? Do you like organization, that kind of stuff? Because we could really use that for new companies. And I was like, I love all of that.
So we're doing the wolf belt?
And so he was like, okay. And my pay would be,
Okay.
he said probably 17.
So we're
18.
sleeping at the inn.
It could be more depending on what I do.
I'm sorry?
but most likely it'll be around 17.
We're sleeping at the inn
$18 an
again?
hour.
Yes. Adric is pretty much like,
Yep.
confirmed that you guys can sleep there pretty much whenever you need to if it's, money's tight, that kind of thing.
When can I?
At the end of every long rest. Or you can change it
Okay.
anytime, really. But,
Could I, for just flavor, change it before going to bed?
I think you can. It requires a spell slot to actively change it other than at long rests, but you have the spell slot, and it lasts until, you dismiss it. So, yeah, I think